Hi there, Silver. How's it going today?
It's going pretty good. Can't wait.
So today we're going to do the French deck, and we'll start off with the logistics.
For my logistics, I've got the Group the command, however you pronounce it.
I haven't got any infantry command in this one. I'm going for a slightly different tack than last time. I've got some P4 PCs, the little jeeps, because you get a lot of them, and although they are 10 points more than most jeeps for some reason.
They have a better autonomy, really.
Then I have the AMX 30 tanks as well. Very expensive, but I'll only bring them in if I'm desperate for a tank CV on the front line.
I actually have them too. Reason why is, like you said, artillery. They can take a bit of artillery shelling. And also, you could kind of keep them in the back because they're autocannon. They probably shoot down a few of the scouting helicopters as well.
What about your supplies?
Supplies, I actually just got 2 stacks of the VLRA logistic queue. The reason why is because the Puma logistics only has 200 more supply, but it's double the points, and that just, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they get to the front lines faster, but they're also kind of easier to spot and shoot down, so I just use these trucks, really.
Yeah, I've got a set of trucks as well, but I've also got a set of Pumas for flexibility more than anything else, and I usually bring these in groups of 2, so I've got 2,000 litres of supply. I know it makes them a bit of a target, I just have to be really careful with them.
Right. The only thing is that I see like the French are more better with air, helicopters and everything like that. So with these logistics, I can actually park them a little away from the front lines, and then when the helicopter is done shooting, to just come back to these things and resupply and go back. So yeah, that's why I didn't bother bringing in the helicopter supply.
Okay. So should we move on to the infantry? What have you got for your infantry?
I've got 2 stacks of the Commando Marines. Well, first off, they're the Strength 15. You know me. Strength 15 infantry. They're elite with very good submachine gun kind of thing. All around stats, very good.
What have you got them in?
I've got them in the Puma 33H Pirate with its autocannon. That's autocannons I found are actually kind of the best all-rounder attack. They can shoot vehicles, they can shoot helicopters and everything. They're just very decent.
Yeah. Have you got any other commandos or rifle infantry?
I do have a set of regular infantry. It's the Rima 85s. I've got them in AS565 Panzer with their rocket pods.
Yeah. So I've actually gone for 2 sets of Legion 90s, and I went for the Legion 90s over the Rimas and the Chasseurs, mainly because they have a better ATGM, better range with the Eric's anti-tank missiles. They're a bit more powerful, and they are faster across the ground as well.
Yeah, I mean, people can go with either. Rimas are cheaper by themselves. I just made them the same price as the Legion 90s, kind of just the fact that I chose the most expensive helicopter.
Yeah. Yep. What else do you have for infantry?
I just got 2 stacks of Mistrals.
Yeah, I've got the same.
Because they're very good. This like the longest regular infantry anti-air.
Yeah, they come in squads of 5 as well, which is quite unusual for anti-air. So they're a little bit stronger than normal anti-air. I've got a set in AMXs and a set in Panthers, just to give me that little bit of flexibility around the board.
Right. Okay.
And then finally,
Oh, no, sorry. Go ahead.
And then finally, I've got some ATGM Milan F3s. I was tossing up whether to get something a bit cheaper, but I went for these mainly because if you get these in squads of 2, then they're going to hit because they're 50% accuracy. One of them's going to hit and it's going to kill something. So I got them. They are sort of, when you put them both together, 50 points, quite expensive for a little infantry group if they get artilleried, but I went for the high price one anyway.
Right. Now, before we move on from the infantry, I just got to note, you see their regular assault rifles, the Famas that most infantry have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to you about this and why this is the worst assault rifle ever made.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't understand the French reasoning when they were designing this, but the main problem with the Famas is first off, if people notice there's a little notch on the top there, that's the aim sight, and you know how far the aim sight is from the actual muzzle. That tends to lead to easy accuracy being disrupted due to the fact that it's just so much distance. Second, in that little gap, that little loop in between, that's where the firing pin is. And the firing pin actually sticks up, and it's very easy for dirt and stuff to get down there and jam the entire gun. Just very easy.
Yeah.
In addition, the grip around the trigger is very small and irregularly shaped for normal human fingers. And the stock, the butt of the rifle is actually shorter than most rifles, so you can't really comfortably put it against your shoulder to shoot. So it's just altogether really badly put together, and in addition, they decided not to use the standard NATO rounds.
Yeah, I've always thought, so they have problems with resupplying their ammunition, I suppose.
They have to have their own special supply that they have to make, which, okay. Now, to their credit, they did come out with they did make a Famas rifle in the late 90s, that a Mark II version, if you would say, that fixes all those problems. Unfortunately, they only made 200 of them, and they decided not to order any more, which I don't know why.
Yeah, I have always thought it was a funny looking weapon with the sort of short butt and the massive sight and everything. I've always thought it's really odd. It doesn't look like other weapons, but yeah, those must be the reasons why, I guess. It's just a poorly designed weapon.
I know, but I mean, they have a gun that fixes all the problem. Why not give their soldiers a working gun?
I don't know. Who knows? Politics, whatever, cost, who knows?
Or just the French, and everyone understands to go, yeah.
Well, we'll talk about the French a little bit more when it comes to the tanks, I think. Not that we want to, not that we want to say anything about Eugene's bias when it comes to one of the tanks, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, to Eugene's credit, they actually let the Famas work in this game. So.
Yeah. So, should we move on to support?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, go ahead first. What you got?
The Caesar, because I mean, it's just an interesting looking artillery. Like, I think it's the only artillery that's stuck on the back of a truck.
Yeah, I've got the same. Caesar, really, really accurate, really long range, can shoot anything, anywhere on the map, basically, and a decent HE power. But it's the really small dispersion. If you aim at something and they don't move it, you're going to have a very good chance of killing it.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I got those. Next, I got the BPM 120, the newer mortar they gave out in the patch. I got these because they have a high explosive power of 5.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I've got them as well. I've got exactly the same. They've got a medium stock of ammo, not the highest for a mortar at 54, but they've got a good range as well at 7,700. But they're quite expensive for a mortar at 50 points, but I think they're worth it as long as you keep microing them around and don't get them artilleried.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, besides...
And then,
AA? Are we on to AA now? Have you finished your
artillery? I think we're on, we finished my artillery. Did we finish your artillery?
Yeah, just sees exactly the same as you. So, let's go on to the AA.
I got 2 sets of Crotales, because they can fire on the move, and they're infrared. So, I mean, excellent AA choice. You don't have to worry about speed or anything.
Yeah, I didn't get these, although I do normally in my decks, but I've gone for a little bit of a change of tack with my AA in this deck. I'll explain what it is in a moment. Have you got any more AA?
Now, I finally got the VLRA Mistrals because they're cheaper. Just bring in to take out some quick helicopters or whatever.
Yeah, just for something cheap. They don't look too performance ready on the back of that truck, to be honest. That guy just doesn't... he looks so exposed. I mean, God. Okay, anyway.
Well, he's supposed to sit back. He's not going to have anyone shoot at him with a gun. Just a giant missile.
I know. Yeah, okay. Now, for my anti-air, I've gone quite heavy on the anti-air. I've got 3 sets. Now, I've started off with a cheapish one, the VAB VDAA Flak. Just to put at the front, 30 points, put it near the front. It's not radar, so it can just sort of stun things that come over. It's got an okay range against helicopters as well. And then to
Yeah,
put,
I debated about this over the Mistral.
Yeah.
I decided on the Mistral over the end.
you get quite a lot of them with 14 as well.
Yeah.
And then I went for one of the older AA missile launchers, the AMX-30 Roland. Reasons: non-radar, and you get a lot of them, and they've got a helicopter range of 2,800 and an accuracy of 50%. So I'll bring them out in pairs, scatter them around the board, and they will keep off any helicopters.
Actually, that seems pretty good. I might actually just swap that over with my Mistral.
Yeah,
because,
they've got a bit of armor as well. You know, 3 front, 1 top.
Yeah, I'm looking back and forth. I think actually right now I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I missed that when I was making my deck. I think I'm just gonna switch it over.
People
to
do miss
Roland.
these, but I used to use these. I'll harp on about it again in the other games that I used to play. So these were really good in those games as well. And I've also got Roland 3s as well, which I won't bring out unless I'm really sure they haven't got any seaplanes. So I'll keep them to the end.
Okay, well, yeah, I just swapped over my Mistral for the Roland.
Okay, cool.
So thank you for pointing that out to me.
Okay, so let's move on to the tanks.
All right, text it.
You start. Go on.
The Leclerc.
Yeah, let's talk about the Leclerc.
It's an excellent tank. It's like an accuracy of 70% and stabilizer of 70% with a 21 AP power. I mean, these things you just roll into the front line, and they just keep rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, they are an amazing tank with the 20 front armour. Just keep them pointed in the right direction and you can't go wrong. The only thing that gets me is you get 4 of these trained, and if you want a big Abrams or a big Challenger, you get 2.
I know.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. It's just, I guess they make more of them, I'm guessing. They also have like only a 20 front armor, and the side and back armor and top armor is a little less than the Abrams and stuff. Plus, they only have a Browning machine gun, whereas the Abrams has a extra like M60 machine gun or something. But really, I don't understand.
So you don't think it's Eugen being a little bit biased then?
Unless most of Eugen's staff is French, I don't think so.
No, nor me. I think that they must be doing the right thing. Yeah. Okay. What else have you got in the tanks?
I've got the AMX-40.
Yeah, I've got that as well. It's got a little bit of everything. It can handle infantry and, you know, medium tanks.
And helicopters and everything.
Yeah, if you've got a helicopter, just shooting at this, just drive it towards the helicopter. Don't reverse it, and it might even shoot the thing down before it shoots the tank up.
With its autocannon.
Yeah, exactly.
I also got some AMX Reconnaissance.
Yeah, I got those as well. Great minds think alike. Fairly similar to the AMX sort of 40s, but a little bit cheaper. I think the armour is a little bit less and the firepower is a little bit less, but there's not a lot in it, to be honest.
No, the difference is that the AMX-40 in terms of gun, the firepower is a little bit less, but also the AMX-40 has a stabilizer and the Brennis doesn't.
Yeah, I've just seen that. That's right, yeah. Any other tanks?
No, that's it.
So I've got a bit of perhaps a controversial choice here, the AMX-13 Harpon.
13 Harpon? Okay.
25 pointer. Some people don't like these, but if they're used correctly, I think they're not too bad. If you put them hide them in pairs in bushes. And I've got them I've got them at hardened, so their accuracy is up a bit, because the accuracy is an issue with these, only 35% on the normal unit. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can see you using them in like pairs. I mean, they are pretty cheap, and I mean, you can spam missiles at them or take out medium, even some heavy tanks with enough of these around. So
yeah, I mean, I have used them quite a lot before, not so much recently, and they have been pretty effective in the past, certainly. So that's all.
I can see it.
Yeah, that's all my tanks. Is that all yours done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's move on. Recon.
All right.
Okay, I'll go first this time, shall I? I've got the Gazelle. For the choppers, I've got a little Gazelle cannon with a little auto cannon. The Gazelle cannon, it says it called the Gazelle cannon? Yeah, it's called the Gazelle cannon, and it has got a little cannon as well. Mainly got that because there's not much of a choice of helicopters, and it's got sort of good optics. It only costs 30 points, and it's got AP power of 2 for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, first off, the person who named this helicopter was freaking genius.
Yeah.
I debated about getting this. I didn't actually do it because the optics good just got the better of me in the end. But otherwise, I think it's pretty decent for like pursuing and hunting down enemies and stuff.
So did you get the other one? Did you get the Alouette 3?
Actually, I don't actually have any helicopter recon in this deck.
Oh, okay. Right, what have you got then?
Well, I started off with the VBL Mistral.
Yeah, who wouldn't get this? This is the fantastic weapon, fantastic little well, armoured car with a anti-air missile stuck to the top of it. I always get these in my Eurocorps or my French decks, always. Yeah,
I mean, and they're very fast around. They're very good at just being able to lock down an area of aircraft and stuff.
Yeah,
and provide very good recon in the area at the same time.
Yeah, fantastic accuracy and a really good stabilizer as well, so they can even fire on the move.
Yeah. So, next, I got the VAB Rancid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got this basically because it has exceptional optics. I'm ignoring the fact that it has a Browning machine gun. That's only for in case infantry squad manages to sneak up on it, but how can it? It has exceptional optics. And literally it's just there to be the best recon in the deck.
Yeah, actually I missed that one. I didn't realise that had exceptional optics. It's so rare for an armoured like car or a tank to have exceptional optics. I actually missed that. But yeah, that's a nice choice there. The last one I've got is actually the infantry, the hussards in an AMX-13s. Not really just in.
I also have those.
In a cheap, just something cheap, just to take them to the front lines. Really, just to spread around the front lines and keep an eye on the enemy.
I actually have them in VAVs because the autocannon on the top. I just love autocannons. They're really good.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get them the autocannon. Let's have a look at why didn't I get them. Oh, I think it was just because of the availability. I get 10. That's why I think. I just in case I need to get a loadout and check. Not that I'd need 10 in a game, but you never know. So
you can get 10 regardless of what you pick for the hussars.
Do you even in the VAB? Oh yes, you're right. My apologies. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Any more recon?
No, that's it.
Okay, vehicles. Have you got any vehicles?
No.
Now, I had a good study of the vehicles for the French, and I've got AMX 10P Milans and VAB Memphistos. The reason is that they can do a lot of damage, so you can spam them in emergencies, you can hold up pushes, and if you put these together, the VAB Memphisto can stop pretty much any tank with an AP power 22, and alongside the AMX Milan, that can give it some sort of fire support against infantry as well.
I see that line of thinking. I didn't get these because I just didn't like the fact that the accuracy was so low for those anti-tank guided missiles. Even though their AP power is strong, it's just like they can't hit the damn thing.
Yeah, but I have used these in the past. They have been effective if they're sort of hidden. They are a unit. Once you've fired them, you have to move them because they are really, really vulnerable with very little armour. But yeah, they do work if positioned correctly.
You also have to keep them grouped together, otherwise there's not a guarantee they'll get the kill.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, moving on to the choppers, what you got there?
Yep. I'm going to start off with the Puma 33H Cassiope because, I mean, this is a fantastic helicopter.
Oh, I haven't got that one. Okay, yeah, it's really cheap with a nice autocannon. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah. A very good autocannon. I remember flying 4 of these things at the very start of the game towards the enemy. I wanted to delay them on gunboat diplomacy around the village, trying to get across the river, and I managed to run into a bunch of helicopters, and these things took out all the helicopters, including the CV they had in one of those helicopters, and I flew them back out, and I looked at the points once they were safe, and the game started 705 points to 0, and I had all 705 points with just 4 of these helicopters. Yeah,
that gun on the front does look really, really weird, but I bet they are very, very effective against all sorts of things.
They're very cheap.
Yeah.
They're very good stats. It's like the best helicopter. The only thing that's balanced for this is that you can get so few of them with just 12. There's only 1 stack, and I'm just, I wish I could bring more of these things in.
Yeah, I'm tempted to swap this over now because, and I'll tell you the reason, because I've got 2 stacks of Gazelle Celtics at 70 points each, and I could knock one of them on the head and get these instead of one of those. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it with my Gazelle Celtics because I'll just
Those are still pretty good helicopters.
They are very, very good, and I've got the reason I got 2 sets is because I've got them at hardened, and if you fly these into a load of choppers at the beginning of the game, you want their missiles to hit because they've only got 4 each. So I decided to, instead of getting 1 and getting 5 of one deck and getting 5 trained, I'd get 2 decks and get 8 hardened instead. So
that sounds like a good strategy.
Yeah, and apart from that, I've got the Tiger Hads mainly for the HOTS, so I've got some ATGMs.
Actually, I think they're pronounced Tigre.
Tigre
because
Hads.
this is French.
Yeah, Tigre.
I mean,
I'll try and remember that.
It's very easy to pronounce these as tigers.
True, yeah. We know the tiger's something else completely though, isn't it? So yeah, the Tigre.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Tigre had then, so I've got a set of those just for the ATGM gun really, but it's got a nice autocannon as well.
Yeah, I got the Tigre had and the Tigre haps as well.
Yeah, a nice combination of choppers those for the French. And that's it.
Yeah, they're really good helicopters. And one thing that I noticed is that if you look, the Tigre Hap has almost double the amount of rockets in the rocket pods than the Tigre had.
Oh,
I just found that kind of interesting. I would have thought the Tigre had would have had double the amount of rocket pods.
Oh, yeah, I never noticed that before. Never noticed that.
Yeah, I just happened to notice that in one game. I'm like, huh, that's interesting.
It doesn't make any difference to the speed or anything either. The extra, I guess. No. Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that just sounded interesting.
Now, air, I've got quite a few aircraft this time. I've even got air superiority. I've got 2 Rafales, or Rafales, or however you pronounce that.
I do too. These are very good aircraft.
Yeah, so both got 2 of them. And
they also look pretty intimidating too.
Yeah. If anyone sees them on the board, they tend to be very, very careful with their aircraft. I've got some Super Etendard SEMs, just for in case I need a tank killer, basically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and then I've got 2 Mirage 111Cs or 111Cs.
I got those too. Those are 6 napalm. Yes, please.
Yeah, I like these. They can nuke a whole area. A couple of these things, so they're really, really useful. That's all my planes. Have you got any others?
Let's see. Sounds with the Mirage. I've got the Mirage 5S, but they're 8 400-kilogram bombs.
Oh, which one? Let me just find that. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Oh no, not that one. That's the cluster bomber, isn't it? The cluster bomber.
No, it's a regular bomber.
Okay, let's find that. Oh yeah.
It's down at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 5F. Yeah, I've got it here. Yeah. I sort of considered getting this, but in the end, I went with 2 Rafales instead. So yeah.
Right.
And that's about it for me for the aircraft.
And I put up in the end some Jaguar A's for seed because I mean I have a lot of aircraft in this deck with where all my infantry are in the helicopter. I've got the pretty good helicopters as well and a bunch of aircraft. So I said, you know what, bring in some seed because I want to get rid of the radar. It's this much aircraft in my deck. Yeah,
cool. As far as the Navy is concerned, I've just gone a bit of a hodgepodge of stuff. I've got 1 Congo, and that's really, if you bring ships out, I can support you with a Congo because that is the only ship I've got in my deck. I've got 4 LCUs though to help with any resupply that needs carrying out. I've got a bunch of Mistrals in VABs and landing craft to put in islands in case we need those. Some Exocets, some Burliet Exocets, 4 of those, and Super Pumas. And that's it.
I got 2 stacks of 2 hardened Lafayettes, so a total of 4 Lafayettes that are hardened. Because I mean, this is a French deck. Let's give them their French ship. I mean, this is the only thing they can be proud of.
Yeah, I never thought of that actually. Perhaps I should have put the Lafayettes in my French deck, but I haven't now, so they can stay out this time.
All right, and then I decided because just to insult the French more, I put Oliver Hazard Perrys in the deck because I know how much they hate having American support, so I put American ships in this deck just to take them off. It's just a personal thing.
Excellent.
And then they're supplied with 4 LCUs at the end, so yeah.
Yep, so that's it. Is it? You got 2 sets of Oliver Hazards, did you? 2 Oliver Hazards,
yes.
2
Two,
Yeah, two Lafayettes.
two Oliver Hazards, two
Right.
Lafayettes. So
Well,
yeah.
well, actually, we complement each other quite well then, because I've got the Congo. And
Yeah, if we were both playing our,
I've got the
if we're both playing our
Exocets.
French decks simultaneously.
Oh yeah, which we probably won't be doing. That's true. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's about it from me. Anything else to say about the French decks?
No, all we have to do, I guess, is just say which is the best unit.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Okay, let me have a. You go first. Let me have a quick think. What do you reckon then?
Well, hands down, the Puma 33H Cassiope, because I mean, I told you, very cheap, very good stats. The only game balancing thing is that you can only bring in so few of them at a time.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just very good helicopter.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And I haven't even got that in my deck. So well, who am I to say anything about that? Now, what am I going to go for now? Oh, I've got two. I'm choosing from two, and it's going to be either the VBL Mistral, which everyone has, or it's going to be the Raphael F1. It's going to be the Raphael F1 because it's a fantastic fighter. It can hands down
Yeah.
beat any other fighter probably on a 1-to-1. I don't know what you think.
Yeah,
about
the
that.
only thing I think that can go 1-to-1 is probably the Soviet 180 point fighter.
Yeah, I'll keep that as my my 1-to-1 for the French deck. I think the Raphael CF.
Right.
Okay, excellent. Well, thanks very much, Silveraptor.
No
And,
problem.
So thanks to Silveraptor. Thanks to you guys for watching. Next, we're going to be doing the German deck, followed by a couple of gameplays where we'll be playing with the French and the German deck. Please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll just leave you with a couple of outtakes because making these videos, it don't always go smoothly, you know. See you next time.
Wait a minute. I think we. You said AMX 30.
Oh, okay, let's do this again. Right, okay, ready? I'll cut that bit
Yeah.
out. I'll cut that whole bit out. And why those? Why those?
Well, just because they're helicopters and they've got rocket pods.
Sorry, right, yeah. I lost concentration there for a minute. I'll cut that out.